those people that know my stuff, they know it's basically like a kangaroo martial art being developed in Australia, Victoria, Australia, and it's a hybrid of 10 different styles with lots of things that you'd see in traditional martial arts, like all the body conditioning stuff, striking trees, like striking the trees with the forearms, with the hands, with the palms, like getting these conditioning, these striking conditioning type exercises in, because the style is quite abrupt in how it works. It's very like explosive. It's got the DNA of Bajiquan, which is a very powerful hip and shouldering, elbowing, using the whole body as a weapon, going from relaxed to explosive movements, in the same vein as another style called Hsing I Quan, which is like a spear, basically a spearing type style, uses a stepping like this, pushing off the back leg, and I use that a lot in this style, like to sort of move like the kangaroo in that way, but also, as it's a kangaroo mimicry style or imitation style, as most different martial arts around the world come from mimicking animals. Mantis, the classic mantis type stuff, with this circular sort of stuff, this rising and sinking stuff with the finger down like this. I've never done mantis, but the kangaroo, the way I do it, kind of sometimes resembles some styles of mantis, and I think I've said that before. Anyway, in saying that, people that know me, it's 10 styles. So it's Bajiquan, again, hip and shoulder style, using the body like a battering ram, explosive type stuff. It's got Piquazhang, big expansive, really open striking sort of movements, closing up, exploding out, that works well with the Baji, the close quarter explosive stuff, which is like really good for infighting type stuff. Blocking with elbows, using the elbows a lot. Then Baguazhang, so the Baguazhang palms and stuff, I use Baguazhang in a different way now. It's sort of blended with the Hsing I, Zui Quan, which is drunken style, or drunken fist, which I've never formally trained in, but I do like, as I've said before, I do like the circular movements like that the drunken martial artist does. There's a lot of different stuff in drunken style. I think it's also known as like the 8 Immortals. There's lots of different aspects of that style. And just using the body, differently. A lot of the stuff I do is sort of like contracting sort of stuff, and then into expansive, expanding. Like you do in any style when you throw a strike. You're from a contracted position usually, like guarding or whatever. Victorian type boxing to start off with, like this sort of stuff, and you throw a punch. Old school boxing, Chinese boxing, they might be here, guard, and they strike out, throwing strikes. It's like in Wing Chun. It has little bits of Wing Chun in it as well. That's where I sort of get the idea of the Roo fist. this rolling, striking punch. That basically you cock down the wrists. You can roll the punch, you can back fist, you can hook punch, you can uppercut, and the wrist all stays the same way. Cock downwards with like no give to it. So, and then there's like breathing, all the breathing sort of stuff, which is like Kangaroo inspired, you know, movement. Like so breathing Qigong, which is in most different styles. Forms, like working on forms and sequences, just sequences of movements. So like, you know, here flexing the arm sort of thing, coming up into like a bicep type curl, coming down, you know, coming out this way, coming out that way, coming in with the elbows, you know, pushing away, prying sort of striking stuff, circular type stuff, you know, all things you'd expect. Stomping stuff which comes from the Bajiquan. I've done Bajiquan for like about 15 years, and I've analysed a lot of its movement, and although not having done the full style, being able to analyse styles and my own movement, creating a style from a lot of different styles and an animal, the kangaroo. I'm coming up with new stuff all the time. It also has karate, Muay Thai, Salat. I think that's most of what's in it. Anyway, a bit of boxing, kickboxing type stuff, and just a lot of analysis of movement. So, for instance, just to be really basic, we could go like this and just be like moving the wrist, right? But what I'm actually doing, what I can actually do from that is create a circle. So by going out, so if I'm just flicking like that, but then I like just make it more, I can circle the whole arms. And if I do it inside that way, I can just get this whole, it's very basic, but this is how, from the elbow here, it's how you can just start playing with movement, and then you got get the whole shoulder in on it, and then that might become this. So, and then just from that might become like where I push that off, come through, you know, whatever I'm going to do, whatever movement I'm going to do, I just sort of sometimes get playing with stuff, you know, like that rolling I was just doing this movement I was just doing here. So like get the hips in on it, and then you can get this sort of, just from the rolling, if we're here, you know, just roll, like, just rolling it inwards. You know, getting the rolling, getting this rolling sort of happening here. So, and then I can just push it out, push back, push forward. Might be here, just come, you know, get this movement happening, you know, so you can have this type of stuff happening. Come. Just get this happening. Get a forward, backwards here, using this, you know. So just, that might be out, push, let's have this push. So here, just with the momentum, it can just be this sort of thing. Arms are up. Just coming from turning the hip. Can be back fist. You can push off. You know, apply different things. Push off, come. Just playing with different stuff. Just getting different, you know, playing with different things. Another sort of thing from a circle, because before I was just like playing with like this sort of, I don't know, just circling, just playing with, I don't know, circles and stuff. So, you know, this can come in. There's like stuff you can do where you can like do a movement to speed up like another movement. Sometimes like you'd probably do this in like a form, like in a sequence of movements that are meant to be like a competition that would look aesthetic. You might stomp the ground here, creating like power of the arms, just let them go, so they come around, you know, like, so here, sort of thing. And it might just be aesthetic, not really for fighting. There's probably ways you can do it, like with a stomp, to create velocity, like speed for a strike, and that's probably like with like the dead weight type strikes, like when you strike and it's just like the dead weight out there, which is what a lot of my striking sort of is. It's like, it's not just like I'm pushing and I'm letting it go. It's kind of like I'm like flicking it, like I'll flick it out there. And this a lot of the time, even though it's flicked out there, it's like remaining, like it's got a remaining sort of stability to it. Like when you do a lot of this standing sort of stuff, practices, it's in a lot of styles, Tai Chi, different things, you know, like embracing the tree sort of stuff. And for me, it's sort of coming through when I do tree striking and different things, like I'm pressing against the tree or whatever it is, and just doing athletic things, push-ups, different things like that. I don't know, a bit of weights here and there. It's just kind of like you can just sort of hold your arms out, like it's not hard to keep them in the air. It just it's not like I'm holding my arms up in the air and they get tired. They're just, there's like a strength to them that, like, back in the day when I did this stuff, like you get a regular person who never does this to like hold their arms up, and it's just so painful for them. But like when you do this sort of stuff, like you can end up holding your arms up for like 45 minutes, like breathing and doing, you know, proper breathing and stuff. And like, yeah, there'll be times where you feel pain or whatever, but you relax It's just getting the body used to stuff. So anyway, what I'm trying to say is like there's like a frame, like when I throw something out, it's there. It's not like it's relaxed, but it's being held up by just enough tension to keep it there type thing. But it's also like it can brace out. It can brace out at any time, push out. Different things like I was sort of playing with just today is like imagine like my back leg as like the kangaroo's tail, this being a kangaroo mimicry martial art. And I'm not trying to like front kick it or anything at the minute. I'm just like, imagine that's its tail that it sits on type thing, right? Well look, like I can get like a fair bit of reach type thing. And I could sort of also like pull back like an animal would, like a kangaroo does. Like I call them slide backs or push backs or something like that. I'm trying to remember the name for it because I'm coming up with new stuff all the time. Actually like push back here sort of thing, like out of the way, and then come in with a strike, with an elbow, like whatever it is. So there, like, you could be like back, sort of like, or on that back leg, have that fist out, because you got to remember, I come from like doing the Baji stuff, Bajiquan, which is all this explosive elbow and stuff, and shoulders and like forearm strikes and like palms and different things. So it sort of made sense to me today, like I could have a lot of reach. I could get a lot of reach on a strike there, you know, like really pushing with the back, with the scapula, you know, because I work on all those muscles. You know, it's just an idea, so I can get a like really big, like push out here, whatever's going on, like get that strike, you know. Come back off that one, you know, just different stuff, because there's a lot of push-pull stuff, like I call it a push-pull in this style, but it's, and I know it's mechanics of punching, but with the Bajiquan DNA in the Dai Shu Quan, the Kangaroo stuff, there's a lot of Bajiquan Chinese martial art in this style. And as you know, it's like this like push-pull sort of stuff into powerful elbows, explosive movements, like palms, you know, over the top, sort of double palms. You could do an elbow, come out of it, you know, use all this sort of stuff. Get into the kangaroo, like the rolling strikes, you know. Use your kicks sort of stuff, get using all your kicks, just different things that I'm like playing with. So just sort of using that back leg like to like balance in a way, like, yeah, you know, it's just playing with it type thing, you know, because the style has classic sort of striking elbows, you know, all that sort of stuff. Rolling elbows, so I'm liking that too, like this rolling elbow, which you can roll and like you could like back fist out of that. You can like punch off this arm, you can grab on, go into that kangaroo type sitting back movement, push, you know, push, elbow, punch, like explode off punch type thing, I don't know. Just looking at different stuff like do palms, back fists, sort of stuff. You know, So just different things that I'm playing with, you know. Always trying to play with different things. So, and like coming back to the sort of dead weight strike and stuff I was talking about. It's like that hits or this hits, and it's like the dead weight of the body type thing. Like it might block out, strike. It could also like just be moving like forward as well. So there's like you relax, you know, with the dead weighted strikes. There's always a relaxation type thing. So I don't know, even if it was an elbow type thing, like you're dropping that weight, that would be a dead weight strike, or resting the arms on, you know, being heavy with the arm, you know, this sort of movement too, like this here, this rotation type stuff, because that's the furthest part of my arm. All the weight's there. I was sort of saying to someone the other day, or texting them on the channel, replying to like, you know, what's a dead weight strike? It's like that's a dead weight strike. You know, like if I hit the table with my hand, which I won't do because it's like pretty loud. That's a dead weight strike. It's just having that relaxation. So you could even say that like that, I would call that a dead weight strike, because it's like I'm hitting and then I'm relaxing, going back to like, you know, there's also like in this style like tensile spring sort of bouncing type striking, like rebounding type stuff. So that's in the body where like I might throw a punch. I've sort of said it before, where like I've like used up all my elastic tension here, and my body literally wants to like pull back. So here, and then I could use that to like elbow here and punch and like set up for a back fist. You know, what is this? It's that, you know, tensile stuff. Like here, that push, again, that's push. And push, and then pulling. Here, push pull type stuff, you know. So at the minute, I don't mind having a foot off the ground. It's just, maybe it's because I'm in barefoot, I don't know. But I also like this angling off stuff. You know, like just, and the roo stuff too. Like it's sharp, and it's like it's nasty. It's one to grab on. It's one to hit, pull, strike, like hammer. Like come in this way with the elbow, come in that, come off, come in, punch, you know, hit. Come here, you know, strike, I don't know, it's different stuff. And yeah, there's all the kicks and stuff, which I'm not really like focused on too much at the minute.